Hi, this is Dani. We're going to be doing a Pilates workout this morning. So let's start with our shoulders back and down. We want to try to create length through the body here, keeping everything down and nice and long and tall. We're going to inhale and lift those arms up, and then we're going to exhale and very gently bring those arms back down. As we do this, we want to keep the shoulders away from the ears, being really mindful of keeping a long neck. Once you see the exercises we're going to do this morning, try to keep your head pointed forward and not turned toward the screen. I don't want you to hurt your neck at all while we're doing what we're doing. Inhale here and exhale. As we come down, we're going to come just to our center position. I want us to round the spine like we're holding a big ball right in front of us, scooping through. And then we're going to open up the chest. So this is a seated cat-cow. We're just rounding through the spine in that nice cat position. And then we're opening up the chest, squeezing those shoulder blades. Let's do several more right here. Closing it up. As we do, we want to pull those beeline muscles in. We want to really create that scoop, squeezing the ribs toward the hips. And last one right here, closing it up. And then opening. From here, we're going to take one hand to the floor and lift that arm up and over, stretching through the body. As we do this, we want to push the hip down into the floor. And then we'll bring that down and switch to the other side. Just getting a little bit of movement through the spine, waking up those muscles, waking up that breath. We inhale as we lift up. And then we exhale as we come down. And again, taking it up. Inhale as we lift. And exhale as we come down. We're going to do that one more time each way, lifting it up. And exhaling down, and finally right here, taking it up. And then exhaling and bringing it down. From here, I'm going to have you turn to the side so that you've got lots of mat in front of you. We're going to take the leg a little bit wider than mat width apart, so your feet are actually off the mat. We want the heels down and the toes pointed up toward the ceiling. We want to have the shoulders back in that nice, long, tall spine. We're going to bring the arms forward with the shoulder blades squeezed together. As we take our next inhale, we're going to inhale chin to chest. We'll exhale here, rounding through the spine, starting to create a scoop in the middle, really reaching and opening up those back muscles. We inhale while we're here, and then we're going to exhale and bring it back up, shoulders back and down. So as we do this, we really want to feel that stretch through the back muscles, all those muscles just opening up. Exhale and bring it back up, and then pinching the shoulder blades when we come back up. The breath again is inhale, exhale, forced expiration as we reach, and then coming back to that tall spine. Two more right here, taking it chin to chest, peeling it forward, inhaling here, exhaling, roll it back up, and last time right here, rounding and scooping, feeling that belly button push through the body as we reach those arms away from the body. And then go ahead and bring it back up. We'll slide the hands to the sides. We're going to slide those feet together. You can have them slightly apart, or you can have them squeezed together. I'll let you decide there. We're going to have the shoulders back and down with that spine nice and tall. We're going to bring the arms forward and go into a few roll downs. So you're going to inhale chin to chest. Exhale, roll yourself down to your scooped midsection. So you're going to really scoop through the middle here. We'll inhale here and then exhale as we roll it back up, shoulders back and down. So remember, what we're trying to do is create that nice C spine, pulling in those abdominals and then bringing it up. We exhale as we move. We inhale while we're in position, and then we exhale as we move back. Let's do two more just like that, and then we're going to change it up just a little bit here. Round through and bring it up. And last one right here. And bring it up. We're going to go back to that same down position. Get that scoop in the middle right here. And from here, we're just going to lift up one arm. And then lower that arm down and lift the other arm and lower it down. We'll inhale here, exhale, come back up. So now we've got that tailbone tucked under. We're in that C spine. We're reaching that arm up over the head, feeling those core muscles activate, and then taking them down and then switching to the other arm. and taking it down. And we'll roll back up. One more right here, taking it chin to chest. Exhale as we come down. We're going to inhale as we lift. And exhale down. Inhale, lift. And exhale down. And bring it up. From there, we'll go all the way down to the floor, and you can grab a hold of the backs of the thighs to help you if you need to. We'll roll ourselves all the way to the ground and let that head and neck get in a comfortable position on the floor. If at any point you need to, you can put a towel behind the neck, and that'll help keep you in a more comfortable position with the neck. From there, we're going to lift those legs up, tuck that tailbone under, engage those core muscles. Our goal here is to have all of the vertebrae on the mat. So we want to just imprint the spine onto the mat that we're on. We're going to lift the arms up in the air, and then what I would like for you to do is push your shoulder blades into the floor. So we don't want that roundness. We want to actually push the shoulder blades in. From here, we're going to tap one toe to the floor and bring it up, and then we're going to tap the other toe and bring it up. So we tap and up. Then we're just in that nice chair position. We're really waking up the core muscles. We want to avoid allowing that back to pop up at all. So we want to keep the back imprinted the whole way through here. Tap and up. Tap and up. Keep it in nice and tight. Pelvic floor is engaged here. One more each way. Tap and tap. We're going to bring those knees back together and bring the knees to the chest. Now you can do, as we go to the next exercise, you can do what we just did as your modification, or you can go with the more advanced exercise. So we're going to bring the arms up and we're going to bring the legs up. We want the legs together here. We're going to take the arms toward the ceiling and over the head, and as we do, we're going to bring the toes toward the floor, and then we're going to bring it back to center. So we're tapping it down and we're bringing it back to center. As we do this, we want to avoid that pop up of the back. We want to keep it nice and flat here. So we're bringing it down and then bringing it up. Again, remember, you can alternate the toes to the floor right here, really pulling in the pelvic floor, keeping that spine imprinted on the mat. We're going to do one more right here, tapping it down and bringing it in. And we'll draw those knees into the chest. From here, we're going to go ahead and go straight into that 100 position. So you can start off in chair position. I'll start there with you. If this starts to bother your neck, you can place one hand behind the head and continue the exercise with one arm and then switch midway through. Or you can also leave your head on the floor. We're going to be changing the legs as we go as well. But we're going to inhale the arms overhead. We'll exhale, take it chin to chest, and look at the belly button. We're going to start pumping those arms, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. And as I said, you can put the hand behind the head and be right here. If you want to advance that exercise, you can stretch those legs out, or you can come up a little bit higher with the upper body, creating that hollowness in the midsection. We inhale through the nose and we exhale through the mouth. Keep pumping those arms. Keep your eyes on the belly button the whole way through. Again, keeping that low back in contact with the mat, knowing you can place your head on the floor if you need to, or putting the hand behind the head. Last time, inhale through the nose and exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, and tuck that in. From there, we'll place the feet on the floor. Hands to the sides here. We're going to go into a Pilates bridge, so we'll articulate that spine, tucking the tailbone, slowly peeling ourselves up, lifting the hips up as high as we can, getting that nice stretch without getting into the back at all. So you're going to feel your glutes working. You'll feel a stretch in the front of the thighs, and then you're going to roll yourself back down and untuck that tail. We'll do it again just like that. Tuck that tail under, peel it up, inhale here. Exhale, peel it back down. Pelvic floor and beeline, stay tight. So we really want to emphasize that articulation. We inhale while we're up, and then we exhale as we draw ourselves down and through, untucking the tail. We want that neck in a nice neutral alignment. Taking it up and bringing it down. Last one right here. We'll tuck and peel it up. And then exhale as we bring that down. We'll draw the knees back into the chest. We're going to go into our next chin to chest exercise. So you're going to lift the head up. We're going to stretch out one leg. The nose is going toward the knee, and then we switch and switch. And if this is bothering the low back, you can take those legs up higher and be in this position. If it's bothering the neck, you can bring the head down. Ideally, you're engaging your core. Your core is what you're using to hold yourself up and keeping that head in that nice neutral position, looking toward the belly button. We exhale and we exhale. 4, 3, 2, last one right here, and we'll tuck that in. We'll go back to the chin, the chest position to do our double leg stretch. So the arms are gonna come back over the head. We're gonna inhale, chin to chest, lift up, again, looking at the belly button. We're gonna inhale everything out and exhale and bring it in. Inhale it out, exhale and circle it around. Again, if you need to, you can take the legs up and bring it around, or you can let that head come down. We want to keep that low back in position, so we're keeping that hollowness in the middle, that nearly C-spine with the tailbone tucked under. Here's 3, and 2. Last one right here. Out, and we'll bring that in and tuck. We're gonna take those arms out to the sides now. For the next exercise, we'll get to leave our head down, so we'll get a little bit of a reprieve from having the head up. Abdominals are gonna be in. We're gonna do the traditional can-can position. So if you're familiar with the little can-can dancers, you'll take the legs to the side. We're gonna extend those legs and then bring them back in. And then we'll go to the other side, taking those legs out and bringing them back in. Now, if this bothers your back, you can go ahead and just keep those knees bent and just go here. Otherwise, we're shooting those legs out as far to the side as we can and coming in and then shooting to the other side. You want to keep the legs together and keep the shoulder blades on the floor unless you're doing a more advanced variation. Now, the advanced variation, we actually reach up toward the ankles once we get up. So we turn the body, we reach up, we take it down, and then we switch and we reach up and bring it down. Now remember, any of the variation I have given are great variations to work off of, and you want to find the modification that works best for you. And reach. We'll go one more each way here, reaching it out, and in, and out, and in. And we'll tuck those knees in. We're going to take it to our crisscross position next, so the chin will come back to the chest. We're going to lift the head up, looking down at the belly button. We'll stretch that leg out. This time the shoulder is going to come up and across, and then up and across. So we're working across the body, driving that shoulder toward the opposite knee while maintaining the core in tight. Again, the low back stays on the floor. That's really important for us. If we need to, we can be right here and just plant the foot each time, still maintaining that position with the low back. Stretch and stretch. Exhale and exhale. Let's go 3, 2, one more each way here. Reach and tuck that in. From here, we're going to take the legs long on our mat, and we're going to take the arms over the head. We'll inhale here, chin to chest. Exhale as we peel ourselves up, core muscles in. Still getting that scooped hollowness as we reach ourselves forward. Driving those legs together. We inhale here. We exhale, we come down one vertebrae at a time. Tick, 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 each vertebrae coming to the floor. We inhale here. Exhale and bring it up. Now, if you need to modify this, it's coming up, this isn't happening today. When you come up, you can bend your knees and plant your feet, grabbing a hold of the backs of the legs, helping yourselves up while keeping those core muscles in, reaching those legs out, stretching, and then bending the knees and coming back down. So we've got lots of variation here. The most important thing is to continue to move through the body and lengthen those arms as we go, and try really hard to use the core muscles and not momentum. The low back comes back to the floor each time. We're going to do one more here and we'll stay up on the next one. So we'll exhale and come up, and we're going to stay up, just reaching forward and come to our tall climb. Our next exercise is going to be rolling like a ball. If you have osteoporosis or osteopenia, or pregnant, you're going to want to just work on the balance position here and just work to hold yourself in this place. It's a great exercise just to work on the balance that it requires. Otherwise, you're going to inhale here, exhale as you roll back, and then we're rolling it back up to your sit-bone position. Notice there's not a lot of momentum in here. My trick is always, if you have the desire to grunt when you do this exercise, you're probably using momentum. So we just want to inhale and come down, exhale and just roll back up with that tailbone tucked under and that nice C spine as we go. We'll do about 4 more here, just really feeling the move. And remember, Pilates is about quality over quantity. I give you so many so that you see the exercise before you do it. If you need to, if 4 is the best you've got and you feel like you've really connected with the exercise, don't worry about that 5th one. I'd rather have 4 good ones than a 5th one that might harm you. Last one right here. And we're going to come tall spine again, shoulders back. We're going to go into the modified boomerang and then the full boomerang. And the modification, I'll go back to it so that you can be familiar with it if you're not comfortable with the feet going over the head. So we take the shoulders back and down. We take the arms in front of us here. We'll inhale chin to chest. Exhale, lower ourselves down. The arms are going to come over the head. We'll inhale here. We're going to exhale and come up to our sits bone. So notice we're not all the way up. We're just kind of at that angle. You're going to take your arms behind your back and open up your chest. From there, you'll stretch your legs out long, lean forward, and reach. We'll come back to the tall spine and plant the feet. Inhale here. Exhale, bring it back down. Inhale while we're here. Exhale back up to those sits bones. Arms go behind the back, opening up through the chest. We'll extend the legs and then reach with the arms. That's the modified variation of the boomerang. If you want to go into the full variation, we're going to cross the left leg over the right. We'll inhale here, abs in tight, scoop that middle. We're going to roll ourselves back, and then we're going to take the legs over the head. From here, we're going to open the legs up. We'll take the right leg over the left. We're going to lower ourselves down slowly until our sits bones come to the floor. We'll bring ourselves up to our nice teaser top. The arms will come behind the back. We'll open up the chest here, lower the legs toward the floor, lean forward and reach. We inhale here, exhale, keep that scoop in the middle, roll it up and over. We open up those legs and we switch so that the left leg is now over the right. We come down slowly to our sits bones. We lift ourselves up to our teaser top. Arms behind the back, opening up the chest and reaching. I'll do one more full variation so you can get the hang of it, and then I'll go back to the modified in case you've forgotten it. We're going to come up and over, open the legs and switch, and then we'll bring ourselves back down to our sits bone position, teaser top. Arms behind the back, lower the legs toward the floor, and reach. Tall spine. Let's do a couple more here. Inhale here, exhale, take it up and over. We're going to bring it back up, arms behind the back, open up the chest, extend the legs and reach, and release. Last one right here of either variation, bringing it up and over, inhaling it here, exhaling, coming back up, arms behind the back, opening up the chest, extend, and reach. We'll come into a tall spine now. We're actually going to come onto the knees. If you have any knee issues, you can definitely fold up your mat, or you can grab a towel and place it under your knees. We're really just going to be on one knee, so we're going to be doing some side leg work in that position. We'll take the shoulders back and down. We're going to extend out that right leg. We're going to take the left hand to the floor, tailbone tucked, reach that right arm out, and reach that right leg out. From here, we're going to flex that right foot, and we're going to kick it forward, and then we're going to point it back. Kick it forward and point it back. As we go here, if this does not feel like something that is comfortable for you, you can definitely go into a lying side position and do this exact same exercise. We're trying to keep the low back out of the exercise. Here's 3 and 2. And last one right here, kicking that soccer ball and bringing it back in. We'll come back to center. We're gonna inhale the leg down, and then we're gonna exhale and lift it up. Inhale down, and exhale and lift. So you should be starting to feel that hip. Abdominals are in, tailbone is tucked under here. Inhale down, exhale lift. Keep going. 4, and 3, and 2. Last one, right here. From here, we're all going down to the side. So we're gonna lay down on our side so that we are long on the mat. And we're gonna take that arm and place that, take that foot and place that foot in front of us, extending out that bottom leg. We want that heel to be your highest most point as we lift toward the ceiling and lower it down. Lift and lower. This hip needs to point forward toward the TV. Now, if you need to, you can put a fist on the ground and rest your knee on it and still have yourself in that proper form. Up and down. Up and down. Inhale up, exhale down. Good. Keep going right here, really stretching it out, working that inner thigh. 3, 2, and last one here, I want you to draw a circle for me one way. Inhale, exhale, pause. Inhale, exhale, pause. Inhale, exhale, pause. Inhale, exhale, pause. Keep those core muscles tight. Last one right here. Let's circle the other way. Inhale, exhale, pause. Inhale, exhale, pause. Again. There's 4 and 3. Hopefully you're feeling your inner thigh as we go 2 and 1. We're gonna leave that bottom leg hovering. We're gonna lift the top leg, leave it hovering, and we're gonna tap the bottom foot to the top foot. So we'll tap and tap. So we're stabilizing this leg as we're using this guy. Tailbone is tucked under, abdominals are engaged. That hand can be in front of you to assist you. 4 and 3 and 2. Last one right here. And bring that down. Go ahead and bend those knees to release. We're going to roll over onto our stomachs here. So we're going to flip ourselves over, rolling ourselves over onto the belly. We're going to take the hands now and place them behind the back. Heels are going to come together. You're going to take your heels and you're going to kick yourself in the bottom. You're going to kick 1, 2, and 3. From here, you're going to inhale, lift your chest, stretch your arms, and then you can turn and face the other direction and kick. 2, 3, and lift. The breath here is exhale, 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 inhale. Pubic bone is pressed into the floor. Your glutes are squeezed here, really engaging through, opening up that chest. Kick, 2, 3, and lift, and kick, 2, 3, and lift. Beeline and pelvic floor are in. We're almost there. 2, 3, lift. We're gonna do one more each way. In, 2, 3, and lift. And last one, in, 2, 3, and lift. From here, we're gonna release the arm. Pubic bone continues to be pushed toward the floor. Glutes are squeezed. Opposite arm, opposite leg here in our nice swimming position. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. The core muscles are engaged. We're working that low back here. Last breath, inhale and exhale. 2, 3, 4, and 5. We take it down. We'll take ourselves into our child's pose. Just relaxing that spine here, allowing a little bit of a break before we get to that other leg. So we're gonna come back to our knee position. This time, we're gonna let the right leg be our base. And place the right knee on the floor, extending out that left leg. We'll reach the left arm up in the air, shoulders back and down. We're gonna lift that left leg up, flex the foot, and we're gonna kick that imaginary soccer ball 2 times, and then point it back. Now remember, you can put a cushion underneath the knee here. You can also fist your hand, and that'll give you a different base with your wrist if you have wrist issues. Kick, just really try to tuck the tailbone, and even here we want to try to squeeze the glute. Keep those core muscles really tight. Good. We kick, and we kick. Inhale back, exhale, kick. Last one right here. We're gonna draw it back to center. We're gonna lower the leg, and we're gonna lift. Down and up. Pull those beeline muscles really tight. Remember, that's that imaginary line from hip bone to hip bone. Really engaging through there. Lift and lower. Here's 3 and 2. Last one right there. From there, we're gonna go back down onto the floor, side lying position. And as before, you're gonna take that top leg, cross it over so that you can move this bottom leg freely. You can also put the fist down and be in this position. We're gonna lift and lower. Lift and lower. Exhale up and inhale down. Exhale and inhale. Core muscles really tight. Remember, the main focus is to keep this hip pointed forward toward me. Lift and lower. You can have your neck here, or you can take your towel and place it underneath you and be in this position. Abdominals are really tight here. 4 and 3 and 2. We're gonna leave it up right here and draw a circle one way. Inhale, exhale, pause. Good. Nice and slow and controlled, really engaging. It's good to feel that inner thigh. We wanna get in there. Circle. And let's circle the other way here. Inhale, exhale, pause. Again. Use that breath. Inhale, exhale, stretch it out there. 3 and 2. And last one right there. Leave that leg hovering. Extend that top leg long. We're gonna tap the bottom leg to the top leg. Heels are tapping together, not toes. So let that heel come up and touch, and then come down. Tap and down. Tap and down. Good. Really work to lengthen the legs here. Two more. Here's 2. And last one right there. We'll go ahead and drive those knees into the chest and reach for just a second, just releasing out the hips. From here, we're gonna roll back onto the belly. So you're gonna flip yourself over onto your belly once again. We're gonna do a few cobras, and then we're gonna go into a rock and catch. So we're gonna inhale here, exhale, just hovering the chest off the floor as we squeeze the shoulder blades, pressing the pubic bone into the ground, and then coming down. Again, lifting it up and coming down. Now this is a great modification for the next exercise. So if you need to, you can come back to this and still get a great work through the low back. Otherwise, you're gonna press into your hands. You're gonna lift yourself up into an up-facing dog with those glutes squeezed. As we take the next breath, you're gonna let your arms go, but you're gonna keep your back in the exact same position it's in. So you're gonna rock and you're gonna catch. And you're gonna rock and you're gonna catch. Those glutes are squeezing really tightly here. Abdominals are engaged. If you want to, you can extend the arms. That just gives a little extra element here. We'll go 3 and 2. And last one right there. We'll take that back and release the spine one more time. take the next breath, we're gonna come back to our seated position, and we're gonna slide one foot in and let that other leg extend out right here. Shoulders back and down. We're gonna come up and over the body again, reaching and stretching through. Deep breath here. And then we'll bring that up. We're gonna come back up and over again, and then I'm gonna change it just a little bit. So once we get into that nice stretch, I'm gonna have you turn your chest toward the knee and place your hand on the other side of the knee. That nice stretch here. Now the stretch becomes more in the back. We're just kind of stretching out that QL a little bit here. As you take your next breath, you'll come back up tall to the top. We'll switch legs here. Bring that foot back in. We're gonna come up and over and stretch. And we wanna feel that opening through the rib cage. And then we'll release that. We're gonna come up right here again. Remember, we're gonna take that hand to the back side of that leg, and then we're gonna turn that chest toward the knee, rounding through and creating that nice stretch through the back. We're gonna go ahead and bring that back to our center position. We'll slide both legs in once again. We're gonna take those arms up and we'll close it up again, getting that big circle through the spine, and then opening up the chest. One more here, taking it closed, and then opening it up. We'll release that. We're gonna bring ourselves to a hanging bend on the mat any way we can, so come up nice and gentle here, protecting the body, keeping those core muscles in even here. We're gonna squeeze those legs together. We'll roll it up nice and slow. Take the shoulders back and down. We're gonna inhale and lift the arms up. Take it chin to chest, peel it down once again, stretching through the spine. Inhale it here. Exhale, roll it back up. Take the shoulders back and down. Last stretch right here. Inhale up. And exhale and take it down. Thank you guys so much for joining today. I hope to see you again soon and continue to stay safe and healthy. Thank you.